Hi, YouTubies! It's me, Zachary Michael. Also, hi, hello. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing wonderful. Hope everything is going well for you today. And also today's video is brought to you by hashtag Justice for Tregelia. We're back on the hashtag Justice for Tregelia train. I think yesterday I said something along the lines of like, hasn't Tregelia gotten their justice? But Tregelia did recommend today's video. It is called Grandma Hall's Hot Dogs. Finally figured it out. It's from a channel called Cooking with Shotgun Red. Now, as a bit of a preface...
Hey, everybody.
As a bit of a preface, I do normally, when it's a brand new channel, like to go and, and look at the About section on their YouTube. And I will say that I'm pretty sure that the guy in this video passed away. Just out of full respect, like, not going to, like, I've been told that in the spirit of this channel and the guy in this video, that his spirit would probably, like, the type of vibes he gives, he would probably enjoy our community, enjoy the silliness and goofiness of our community. And so we're watching this in good spirits and with positive, like, vibes and things like that. I mean, it is a cooking video, and very rarely whenever I'm watching a cooking video am I ever commenting on the actual person themselves anyways, you know? We're typically here to just talk about the silly things that people cook. But I did discover this info, and I did question, like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't watch it, but in general, it seems like also his partner who survived him has continued running this channel since his passing to, like, keep his spirit and his legacy alive. If you look, it's called Welcome to Shotgun Red or Cooking with Shotgun Red. Thanks for checking out our cooking channel. We have easy and delicious recipes from beef, pork, poultry, fish, seafood, desserts, and even wild game. We hope that you find a recipe that you can share with your friends and family and get some great feedback at the table. This channel was created by the legendary Steve Hall, the creator of Shotgun Red. Steve passed away in December of 2018, but with the help of his longtime partner, Miss Sheila, and his longtime friend and vocalist from his show, Jennifer Bruce, we are still releasing fun and delicious recipes. Steve would be so happy knowing his channel continues to grow and live on. So it's with that spirit, okay? It's with that spirit that we're, like, honoring the spirit of his channel, and also the fact that, like, they're still, well, I think I looked and it's maybe been like a month or two. Yeah, it's been about a month since they posted any new recipes or videos, but, like, we're here to be respectful, okay? And to be silly and have a good time. And I've been told this video we're about to watch is very silly. I've been told it's very silly, all right? So, these are the perfect way to make hot dogs. Also, this is from 6 years ago. These are the perfect way to make hot dogs. They are plump and juicy. Grandma Hall's hot dogs. So, sound good, divas? Sound. I don't know what words I'm trying to use. Sound good? Sound good? Okay. I missed 6 years ago. I mean, 6 years ago also wasn't a great time. 6 years ago was also rough. If y'all are ready to get this party started, could y'all put some 69s in the chat? Grandma's a glizzy guzzler. Where listen, this might sound like a dumb question. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but where did the word glizzy come from? Why do people call it a glizzy? I guess Google's free. Google's also free. You know what? That's so real. Where did the word glizzy come from? Oh my god, I'm not the first person to search this. It's not like why is this article so long? I don't have the time. I don't have the time. Oh my god. It's easy enough to trace the origin of some of these names. Frank and Wiener both refer to places like Frankfurt and Vienna, respectively, where sausages seem to have originated. Glizzy has a more colorful origin, making its way from violent street slang all the way to Glizzy Lizzy, a 2023 contestant on Nathan's annual hot dog eating competition, whose stage name helped repopularize calling a hot dog a glizzy. Legendary hot dog eating champ Joey Josh Chestnut is also often referred to as a glizzy gladiator. The word glizzy has been around for a while, appearing in hip-hop lyrics from the early 2000s, generally in reference to guns. The trend of using it to refer to hot dogs seemingly started in DC and went viral in the early 2020s amidst other pandemic-induced online creativity. Now, there's even a New York hot dog chain called Glizzy's NYC. The word's journey from hip-hop to hot dog is an interesting look at how regional slang becomes mainstream and proof that one can never have too many ways to refer to a hot dog. This is from foodie.com. The word glizzy actually first used to refer to handguns. It started with a play on the gun brand Glock, made slang with an izzy suffix. The izzle speak, attaching izzy or izzle to the latter half of words, was popularized by rap icon and surprise foodie Snoop Dogg. Once the meaning of the word shifted to sausage, however, the artist began to toy with the idea of a hot dog brand called Snoop Dogs, which, if it ever happens, would pair nicely with his flavor of rap snack OG Cheddar Barbecue. The practice of using glizzy to mean handgun has been popular in DC's metro area since at least the early 2000s. Yeah, I read that already. Then came rapper Shy Glizzy, head of the rap group Glizzy Gang, who also hails from the area. While the musician uses the firearm meaning of the word for his nom de plume, several members of the online community who had only heard glizzy in relation to hot dogs wondered why the rapper had named himself after the food. The comparison between a gun and the iconic snack seems to come from the elongated length of the hot dog, which is similar to a handgun's extended magazine. Thus, the word glizzy crossed over from guns to grub and began to be used to refer to hot dogs on the East Coast from DC before spreading to wider audiences. Well, there you go. I didn't need to read that whole article. But also, I'm so sorry that I was ignoring the chat. I just really needed to know. I just really needed to know. I used to live in a small town in Maryland that started a glizzy fest while I still lived there, but I had work requirements the day of the festival and couldn't go. Oh no! This is a pissin', shittin', fartin', and learning channel. Put your glizzies up! Put your glizzies up! Put your lighters up! Y'all know Laganja, Stranja? Okay. Let me shut the fuck up and let's just actually get to.
Hey everybody, Hunter Fisher, Trapper, Trader, Guide, Scout, and Interpreter, and just a country cook, Steve Hall, here in Nashville, Tennessee, along with pretty Miss Sheila running that camera. Hi, Sheila.
Wait, he has so many titles. He's a jack of all fucking trades. Wait, I need to get all of those.
Hey everybody, Hunter Fisher, Trapper, Trader, Guide, Scout, and Interpreter, and just a country cook, Steve.
Hunter Fisher, Trader, Guide, Scout, Interpreter, and just a country cook.
Paul, here in...
The volume's a little low? Heard. Heard. Thank you so much.
Nashville, Tennessee, along with pretty Miss Sheila running that camera. Hi, Sheila.
Hey,
This
Sheila.
recipe literally takes me back to my childhood. When we were little kids, my grandma lived in Iowa, and everybody...
Not Iowa. I'm not Iowa. Y'all ever been to Iowa? I have. I lived on the border of Iowa for a really long time. Iowa. I lived actually in actual Iowa for one semester of college too. Des Moines. Where's our resident Iowan? She's right there. She beat you to it, Jamie.
Would come over to Grandma's house on the holidays, Thanksgiving, whatever, and kids were running everywhere, and all the Halls were there, and all the Groans were there, and all the Snyders, and all the McDonalds, and
he's just doxing his whole family. He said all of these surnames of people in my family. What does his shirt say? It says Shotgun Red the Grillmeister, the man, the myth, the legend. I think actual Shotgun Red is this puppet. When I was looking him up, it sounds like he in Tennessee, in Nashville maybe, he had like a local television show with this puppet. Shotgun Red. That's seemingly my understanding of his background. My dog responded to Hey Sheila. Not her name, but she's a rescue, so maybe it used to be. Hey Sheila! Hey Kids Sewing Kits dog! Sheila!
Everybody piled in, and I don't know how on earth she got 65 people around a dining room table for all the dinners and stuff. But one thing she did all the time for all the kids is she'd make a big pot of hot dogs. That's right. This recipe is about hot dogs. Now, you think that somebody that has a cooking show like us, 235 plus recipes from this day forward, would know how to cook hot dogs, because Grandma always had these big, chubby, fat, delicious hot dogs in that pot on the kitchen table.
These big, chubby, fat, delicious hot dogs. These big, chubby, fat, delicious hot dogs. Y'all had a big, chubby, fat hot dog? This is wholesome. This is, anytime you're talking about a big, chubby, fat wiener, that's the epitome of wholesome, Jamie. You know my ass is incapable of making something like this wholesome, right?
A bunch of buns, some ketchup, mustard, and she just let the kids tear into them. And I could never find them. I looked at meat shops. I looked in stores. I would find all kinds of different hot dogs, small ones, big ones, but none of them turned.
Okay, size queen. I looked at small ones, big ones.
Love my cream of wheat.
Flashback to Rick Mamana. Oh, you want a big hot dog? I got a roll for ya.
Jen, thanks so much for the bits. Appreciate it. Big, chubby, fat, delicious hot dog was my name in high school. Honestly, Princess Luna, I think big, chubby, fat, delicious hot dog would be a beautiful name for a baby girl. I think that'd be a beautiful name for a baby girl. I love this video because it's so clear he worships his grandma, which I can relate to because I'm also a grandma worshiper. Absolutely. Both of my grandmas were just like two of the most iconic women in my life in wildly different ways. Like my grandma on my dad's side of my family, like I just loved that she was an unapologetic gossip. I often cite my grandma and my aunts, okay? I often cite both of them as like the reasons that I do what I do on YouTube today. Honestly, truly. Remember the last time you talked about iconic women in your life? Mona, not this. Not this. And my favorite story about her is her telling me the reason she didn't like Dolly Parton was because she was a clown hooker. And I was like, Grandma, Dolly Parton is amazing. Like, she's got such great music and seems like a genuinely good person. And my grandma swears up and down that on a trip to Nashville, Tennessee, where this guy's from, so this is fitting, she swears up and down that after she and whoever she was on this trip with got done seeing a show at the Grand Ole Opry, she saw Dolly Parton kissing on some man that wasn't her husband in the alley, which, like, R.I.P. Dolly's husband, if you don't know, he recently passed. And I was just like, Grandma, you are making shit up. I was like, Grandma, you are making shit up. And that's the kind of woman my grandma was. She just loved some juicy gossip. Typically the gossip was not about celebrities, by the way. Typically the gossip was about, like, people in our family or people our family knew. But I loved my grandma Helen. And my grandma Bert, not a gossip. Not a gossip, but, like, an incredibly loving woman who just, like, loved all, like, I don't even know now how many grandchildren she had, but even when I was a kid, she had, like, 13 grandchildren, and many more, and now great-grandchildren. Both my grandmas have passed, but love a grandma. That has nothing to do with big, fat, juicy hot dogs, though. Nothing to do with a delicious, chubby wiener.
Turned out like Grandma's big, chubby, fat hot dogs that were so delicious. Out like Grandma's big, chubby, fat hot dogs that were so delicious.
Was Grandma Bert the quilter? Yeah, she quilted. She's a big quilter. She even taught me a little bit how to sew as a kid. I mean, I completely lost all of those skills or knowledge, but she was great. Loved my Grandma Bert.
I know what she did now. By mistake. Come on over, let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make Grandma Hall's hot dogs.
Yes!
Now this
show me them big, fat, hot wieners! Let's go!
Real experienced country cook here used to take hot dogs and put them in the microwave, throw them on a plate.
Now, why would you do that?
Them in there for 3 or 4 minutes, and look how nasty and ugly they'd show up, but I'd still eat them. Or I'd put them in a pot.
I've had some ugly wieners in my life, but I'd still eat them too.
And I'd boil them for a couple of minutes, get them nice and hot, and they would still come out kind of skinny like that, and they just didn't do the right thing. I thought, how did Grandma have those great, big, nice, plump hot dogs like that?
How did Grandma figure out how to get them big? Maybe Grandma's got some secrets when it comes to wieners, you know? Maybe Grandma knows a thing or two about wieners that you just don't know. You know, maybe Grandma had some secrets.
Let me show you what she did. I actually started with jumbo franks here because I do want them to be nice and big to start with.
Absolutely.
And I got cold water here, and I thought one day I will heat these up like I do hard-boiled eggs, where I start with a cold product, cold franks, and cold water. Then I'll turn it on high, bring it to a boil, and I'll boil it for a couple of minutes like I normally do.
Is this also, by the way, really the whole entire video? Him just boiling hot dogs? I'm obsessed that somebody, and the somebody being Tregelia, was like, I watched this video and I just knew you would love watching somebody boil some hot dogs.
And I'll eat the same little skinny hot dogs that I always did. Let me get this fired up here. All right. But I went in the living room to watch NHRA, and they were in the final rounds of Pro Stock and Funny Car and Top Fuel, and I got so...
I don't know what any of those words he just said mean. What is NHRA? It sounds like NRA, but that's not. That's something different. NHRA. National Hot Rod Association. Oh, he likes a hot... Not only does he like a big, juicy, delicious wiener, but he also loves a hot rod, you know? You know?
Enthralled watching the race that this sat on the counter, or on the stove, and it boiled for almost 10 minutes.
10
and when
minutes?
I came back in, there was those great, big, huge, fat hot dogs. Now, here's the thing. If you...
And I came back in and there were just big, hot, fat wieners just waiting for me. Now, why is Willow Davis in my chat talking shit? Oh, Willow's in my chat saying you didn't know what that meant because you don't drive. Well, first of all, I do. I just don't do it often.
Boil these for about 6 to 7 minutes. After it comes to a boil from cold water, time it. As soon as it starts boiling, 6 minutes to 7 minutes, pull them out and they'll be nice. If you cook them any longer, like 9 to 10 minutes, they all split and pop open.
Damn,
like this
hate
right
that.
here. Can you see that, Sheila?
Hey, I hate when my wiener splits and pops open.
Because they pop open because they're cooking through the middle. Believe it or not, in all the years that I've cooked hot dogs, I either ended up with microwavable little rubbery tubes, or I only boiled them for a couple of minutes and they looked like this here. Now watch what happens to these hot dogs.
Also, think about how many hot dogs he went through for all these tests, all these test products. He has bowls full of wieners just sitting around, just hanging out.
As this comes to a boil, we're going to boil them for 6.5 to 7 minutes, just short of popping open. Ooh. And we're going to have Grandma's hot dogs.
Is he edging them hot dogs? Is he edging those hot dogs? Are y'all up edging your hot dog?
Oh, again, you'd think somebody would know how to cook hot dogs, but I did it by mistake. Let's let this come to a boil, then we'll time it. See you in a bit. Okay, they just came to a boil. We're going to check our watch right now because in about 6 to 7 minutes, there'll be nice, big, chubby hot dogs like this, like Grandma Hall made.
Nice, big, and chubby. He really does say that over and over and over again.
And at 10 minutes, they'll be split open like this if you let them cook a little too long. So keep a close eye on your watch, and we'll kind of pull them out of there with our little tongs and check them at 6 minutes.
Okay,
see you then. All right, it's been 6 minutes, and look what we have. Grandma's big, chubby hot dogs.
Why does he keep saying it like that? Look what we have! Grandma's big, chubby hot dogs! Yes!
Can you believe after 50 years of trying to cook a hot dog in the microwave or in a pot, I finally realized that if I cooked them 4 minutes longer...
Also, wait, what is he putting on these hot dogs? It looks like one side of that bun is slathered in mayo and the other one's mustard?
Would go from skinny to nice, big. Look at them nice, big, chubby hot dogs that Grandma had at the house all the time, and I could never figure out where she was buying them. And by the way, I got mayonnaise on one side, mustard on the other side.
Couldn't figure out where Grandma was getting her big, fat, chubby hot dogs, but look at these! Look at these big, fat, chubby hot dogs, y'all. I can't imagine how there are still 5 minutes left of this video, divas.
Look at them. Man, they pop when you bite into them.
Ooh.
That's what Grandma had sitting on the table. Of course, I'm going to add just a little bit of cheese on here.
Get in there, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Wait, I love that laugh. I love that laugh.
Cheese on here.
Mo cheese, mo better, I think is what old Mandy May used to say, right?
A few extra little goodies, just a little sprinkle of cheese. Have to put on just a few little onions on there. And I will tell you one thing after I add the relish. I will tell you one thing.
Tell me one thing.
A long time ago, I seen a Clint Eastwood movie.
Okay.
And one of the detectives walked up and was eating a hot dog standing there on the beach at a crime scene. And he says, "Look at you." Clint Eastwood says, "Look at you stuffing your face." He says, "And nobody eats ketchup on a hot dog."
Not this. Not the ketchup slander.
Free glizzies and then we crush it for Christ?
Sure. Suffer in silence. Thanks so much for 2 months of subscribing with Prime. Thank you so much. The ketchup slander. Listen, the people in Chicago, when they talk about Chicago dogs, they also hate ketchup on hot dogs. But if you ever find me eating a hot dog, which is most likely really only if I'm at, like, a baseball game, because it is part of the ambiance. You can't go to a Cubs or a White Sox game and not get a fucking hot dog, okay? In fact, like, if I still drank, what I loved to do back in the day when I'd go to baseball games, get myself a beer, cheap beer, whatever the cheapest, lightest beer is, get myself a cheap beer, get myself a hot dog, I put some ketchup on it. Listen, ketchup is my go-to condiment. I was just talking with my friend about this last night at dinner. I love ketchup, but a lot of people don't like ketchup on a hot dog. But I don't get it. It's so good. It's so good.
Sorry, I love ketchup on...
Yes! Wait, let's fucking go, Steve! That's his name, right? Steve, let's go! Wait. I paused at the wrong time. You gotta hear the whole thing. I paused at the wrong time. I thought he was getting ready to hate on ketchup.
He says, and nobody eats ketchup on a hot dog.
Right here.
Sorry, I love ketchup on my hot dog.
Sorry, haters, but we're putting ketchup on these big, fat, chubby hot dogs. And you'll like it. You'll like it. I feel so seen. I feel so seen by this video. If there are two things I love, it's a big, fat, chubby wiener and some ketchup.
So I'm going to put ketchup on mine, whether Clint Eastwood likes it or not.
Yeah, fuck
Love
you,
Zachary,
Clint
but I don't care
Eastwood.
if it's hot dog critique. Check it out. What do you think, Sheila?
Looks yummy.
Finally, there's Grandma's big chubby hot dogs. One other thing I want to show you. If you get hot dogs for kids that are under 5, or even any kids, cut them lengthwise.
Yeah.
And then I actually cut them lengthwise again. Like this. And then I put them in a bun, and I actually kind of cut them in bite-sized pieces. Because nothing plugs up a kid's throat better than a hot dog. It's like a cork. You don't want one of your little kids choking, so cut it lengthwise.
Wait, that took a turn. That suddenly made a silly video very serious. That suddenly made a fun video or a silly video very serious, but okay, everyone be normal. It's a parenting safety tip. It's fine, everybody be normal, act normal. I know I've been making dick jokes this whole time, but it's a parenting tip. Be fucking for real, be serious.
Cut it into pieces. You can still pile all them pieces back together inside a bun, and then they can enjoy a hot dog, and whew, you won't have to sweat it out as Grandma and Grandpa when them kids are eating hot dogs. Just throwing that tip in there.
Amen.
There you go. Isn't that wonderful?
That's wonderful.
After all these years, man, it just looks great. This really brings me back to my childhood in Northwest Iowa. Grandma Hall's kitchen table.
Northwest Iowa? Love Iowa. I've said it this whole time. Love Iowa. Famously, big fan of Iowa.
And don't nuke your hot dogs in the microwave till they just
don't
burn
do that.
up. Or don't cook them so long that they split open like this.
Yeah.
The magic is somewhere in the middle. Start out with cold water and cold hot dogs or wieners. Bring them to a boil. After they start boiling, 6 minutes to...
You gotta slowly warm them up. If you want a big, fat, chubby hot dog, you just gotta slowly warm it up. It's not a race. You want it to get big and juicy, take it slowly, warm it up.
7 minutes
and then
max.
edge them.
Then they'll start to split on the end. Stop them.
Just edge them just a little bit, right before they're ready to pop.
Right there, and you will have the most delicious hot dogs in the world. Hold on a second.
Yes, get in there. Ooh, he's got a microphone right next to his mouth because I can hear all them chews. I can hear every one of them chews.
I'm gonna get explicit. That's so nice and big and fat and juicy and chubby and pops in your mouth. That is the best hot dog on the planet. And
I'm gonna get explicit. I'm gonna get explicit.
So nice and big and fat and juicy and chubby and pops in your mouth. That is the best hot dog on the planet. And for 50 years, if I would have just cooked them 4 more minutes, I would have had the hot dog that I tried to buy in a store because they all look skinny. That's because they are until you boil them for 6 minutes. And they get nice, big, and round.
Yes.
Like that right there.
Don't you shake your wiener at me.
Fantastic. I hope you enjoyed this recipe because I sure did. As soon as we turn the camera off, I'm going to polish off these hot dogs, and I hope you subscribe to our channel.
Hell yeah, brother. You better get to polishing off them hot dogs. You better polish them off real quick. Yes.
By the way, little Shotgun Red's face will pop up over here in just a little bit. Click on it. When you see the word subscribe, next to the word subscribe, please click on that bell and hit the highlight and save it. That way you'll be notified every time we come out with another recipe. We'll put a few of them over here. In fact, I think I might put our hot dog chili over here. That's a real good chili that you can mix and put on top. It's got peppers and spices and stuff in it. And you want to top one of these Grandma Hall hot dogs with that? Oh.
Love topping a big fat juicy wiener.
Call the neighbors. It's absolutely fantastic. Is this the best Grandma Hall hot dog you ever ate? If it ain't, it ought to be. This is Steve Hall in Nashville, Tennessee, saying we'll see you next time right here on Cooking with Shotgun Red. Great job, Sheila.
Thank you.
Say goodnight, Sheila.
Good night, Sheila.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yes, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I love that. I wonder what the comments say. I wonder what the comments are about. What do they got? Oh, rest in peace. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet.
Love my cream of wheat.
Honestly, wait, did I thank the person earlier that resubscribed? I'm so sorry. I got distracted. You know what? I was giving y'all a chance with the alerts for the recording because I realized I didn't turn them off, and I'm like, at this point, let's just leave it on. I did thank Suffer in Silence. Okay. Tipsy Shrimp, thanks so much for 2 months of subscribing. Appreciate that. Y'all did fine today. Y'all, I think that's mostly because Marsha's not here today. But I do just want to say that I really do like. He has such a good spirit. So he's so fun. He seems like somebody that didn't take himself too seriously, and I'm really glad that we could like honor him today on this channel. That was just like really a joy. That was just like, I don't know. I mean, I know Jamie started this off and was like, this is really wholesome. And I was like, well, it's not because I'm about to make 1,200 dick jokes. But dick jokes aside, like, that was really wholesome, you know? Like, that was really, really sweet. He seemed like he really had a zest for life, and I really appreciate that. Do you guys remember that one time Zach crashed out because we sent him too many bits and he hadn't learned how to turn on the alerts?
Amberlynn pooped twerking on my dead mom's towels.
All right, Willow's ruining it for you all. I'm turning the alerts off. I'm turning the alerts off. I was just trying to have a very sweet conversation about this man we just watched, and Willow had to ruin it, so the alerts are off until tomorrow. You're put in timeout. Put in timeout for sure. Oh, there's also people like actually giving advice about all of that. Just lots of people, even 4 years ago, commenting, 7 months ago. I'm trying real hard not to hear this as double entendre. Always nice to see some of y'all's older videos pop up. He had such a love for cooking and his food experiences. He never fails to bring a smile to my face. Wait, what was the double entendre?
Explicit. That's so nice and big and fat and juicy and chubby and pops in your mouth.
Oh, it was that part. It was that part. I love clicking on a timestamp and not knowing what people have timestamped. That's a great timestamp. That's a great place to leave it. That's a great place to leave it today. For real, for real. Twitch, we might talk for a little bit longer, because this is a little bit of an earlier into a stream. So if you're watching on Twitch, make sure to stick around. But otherwise, bye, YouTubies! Subscribe!